Hello, this is Palmist Ankur from Astro Weather Watch, where I publish mostly earthquake predictions, sometimes also on weather and other things. So I wanted to just convey a message that January 17, 18, especially January 18, and also the night of January 18th, which basically becomes early morning of January 19th. So let's say 17th, especially from January 17th afternoon till January 19th morning. This is all in UTC, GMT time, yeah, London time, or the GMT time rather. So this is a critical air time in which strong earthquakes may happen in different parts of the world. Probably one of them could be quite strong. So I advise you to go through my website astroweatherwatch.substack.com and go through the predictions lines which I posted for both the periods January 8 to 21 and January 16 to 29. For both of the, you can go through both of these because January 17 to 19 is a period, is a time frame which will be there in both of, which will be valid for both of the, for the lines contained in both these sections. Some of the lines will have a lot of overlap, but some lines will be different. For those in Italy, I think there could be an earthquake in Italy during this time frame. Again, Italy has been having some earthquakes. There could be one again. Um, Now there are a couple of places in Italy which look. There are quite a few places in Italy this time around which look a bit suspect. The most suspect, the most vulnerable to me looks the area between quite a large area between Bologna and Rome, especially the area between Bologna and Siena. So basically the Tuscany, Emilia Romagna area. Um, mm, but also Naples, because there is one prediction line which goes near next to Naples, Napoli. So even Napoli, Caserta, that area also is vulnerable. Uh, so seismic activity, earthquake or volcano, yeah. So I think there could happen something, some seismic activity again in Italy during this period. So be careful. One other line which I have not paid that much attention to, but it does exist, which I published. It goes through Liguria near La Spezia. So just be alert, be prepared. Some people ask me, what is it to be prepared? How can you prepare for earthquakes? But you can prepare. First of all, you can read about what you should and what should never do in an earthquake. For example, do not run down the stairs or do not take an elevator when an earthquake is happening. Do not stand under a door beam, things like that. Be prepared, keep a handy bag with a whistle, some dry food, clean water, batteries, maybe a radio as well, torch light, all these things keep in a handy kit always, yeah, just in case they are needed. If you are indoors, let's say you live in a high floor, you cannot immediately rush out. Anyway, it's not wise always to rush out because you can be stuck under a door beam. So if you are, let's say, indoors, then go under a, do not stand under under something which can fall down on you, like cupboards or something, and go under a strong sturdy table. Yeah, brace yourself there, put your head under over your head and things like that. So unless it's a magnitude 8 or 9 earthquake where you probably really cannot do much about it, but except for the preparation part, because those batteries, the whistle, the torch is very useful, especially for those kind of earthquakes. But it's a magnitude 5 or 6 earthquake where sometimes minor damage can happen. So all this is very useful information. So you can do a lot to mitigate damage from earthquakes. It's not that you cannot do anything. It's a, I don't know why some people think that you cannot do anything. You should know what to do, what not to do. There are tons of YouTube videos out there. Some of those YouTube videos will say that earthquakes cannot be predicted, but that is wrong information. Seismologists who do not look at planetary alignments, they of course cannot predict earthquakes. They can simply say that within 30 years, 40 years, 50 years an earthquake will happen, which is not much of a prediction as such. But because people, very few physicists and some people like me who look at planetary alignments and who know the correlation, strong correlation, were continuously researching the strong correlation between earthquakes and planetary movements. And for example, me, I have a very strong record of very successful earthquake predictions. So some of us can predict earthquakes. It's a myth propagated, unfortunately, by many scientists who should not do that, that earthquakes cannot be predicted. Earthquakes can be predicted. My work proves that. You can go through my track record. Everything is well documented, written in advance, well published in advance. I never edit or modify or delete anything once published. So you can go through it, yeah. And judge for yourself whether they can be predicted or not. I leave it to you after going through my work. Do not make a judgment before going through my work. Do not go by hearsay. Go through my work, go through my track record. astroweatherwatch.substack.com is the place where I publish predictions, and I also publish a very limited track record, given that every day will bring dozens of successful predictions, but I keep a very limited track record of successful predictions on my blog at palmistankur.substack.com. So you can go through these websites, go through the earthquake data websites. You will find, you search earthquake data, you will find easily many websites which will give you the data for several years, and you judge for yourself. If you're especially if you're a geophysicist or a scientist or a geologist, you should do that. Challenge your understanding of things. Challenge yourself whether what you have assumed so far is indeed bears scrutiny or not. Okay, so bye bye. Be careful for the 17th, 18th. Go through the prediction lines which I have given. For example, I have given one prediction line going through Los Angeles in California. One goes through Italy. Some of the major prediction lines. One goes near Hokkaido in Japan. So go through those prediction lines. Of course, not all of them will become active on these dates, but some of them will. So yeah, stay safe, be alert. Bye bye.